Welcome to another edition of AML Wrestling Live. My name is Chris Lee, and this is America's Most Liked Wrestling.
Ducks underneath. Trey Williams, a big super kick. Down goes Harlem. Trey Williams, a house of fire right here. One. Doesn't hook the leg, only going to get a near fall. But a great job by the Washington Bullets to get themselves back into this one. And a drop down there by Harlem Bravado with a jawbreaker. And an innovative slam right there with a Greco-Roman type throw. Beautifully done there by Harlem. Knocks down John Williams, he charges in. Trey Williams now, he's going to try to build some momentum. Trey Williams, nobody home, off the ropes, and Harlem Bravado takes his head off with a lariat. And 2 3/4, that nearly did it for the Bravado. As Harlem Bravado trying to keep his team on the advantage, and John Williams has gotten himself back into this one. The Bullets are going to try a double. Puts on the brakes as Harlem. Sends Trey to the outside. John charges in. He gets dumped. And Lancelot's going to come off with a big kick. Keep your eyes on Lancelot Bravado. Ope called Hilo to the outside. As the Bravado brothers and the Washington Bullets putting on a full display of tag team wrestling right here. The only way to see this is right here at AML Wrestling Live, returning to Winston-Salem March 22nd and April 19th for more great AML action. Get your tickets today. And there's the flip in, tries the sunset flip, can't get all of it. And there's Harlem with a reverse neck breaker right on the knees of Lancelot. And a break up there by John Williams. All 4 men are in. This one's breaking down right in front of us. And the Bravado's going to try the double team. Little miscommunication there. Trey Williams in for a ride. John Williams, wait. Look at that. Into the wheelbarrow. And the step up in Saguri. Innovative offense right here by the Bullets. And the double pump kick. Look at the Washington Bullets. They have the advantage. 1, 2. Oh, and 2 7/8. Folks, I thought he got it, but Ron Mills' hand does not hit the mat for the 3rd time. And the Washington Bullets can't grab the victory. In the corner there is Lancelot. The charge in. Nobody home. The go behind. And look at Lancelot now. He grabs him, and an overhead T-bone suplex from one Washington Bullet to the other. Now he's got him. Double underhook powerbomb. That's going to do it, too. And a kick out there by Williams. And the Washington Bullets and the Bravado brothers, both teams leaving it all in the ring right here in Winston-Salem. As there's a charge in by Harlem. And it looks like John Williams back up to his feet now as Trey goes down. There's a discus forearm. And John Williams tries another discus forearm, and he's met by the Buddha Lancelot Bravado. He puts him in position. He calls for finish. It's the cradle. 2, 3. And the Washington Bullets have shot the Bravado brothers right here in Winston-Salem. Shocking Lancelot Bravado. Harlem and Lancelot are absolutely stunned, but John and Trey Williams, the Washington Bullets, coming into the Bravado's own backyard and walking away with a big tag team win right here at AML Wrestling Live. What an incredible match that was. Folks, if you want to see exclusive matches for AML, check out AMLWrestling.com, where some of those matches will never be seen anywhere else.
more tag team action from AML, the Washington Bullets versus the Hooligans. I want to bring in the Hooligans. This is your first time here in AML Wrestling. Welcome, guys. You guys have the Washington Bullets tonight. They're not an easy task.
For those who do not know who we are Devin and Mason Cutter. We are the Hooligans, like he has suggested. Washington Bullets, you'll be taking on a well-traveled tag team. We have 10 years underneath our belt. We've wrestled and main evented in Mexico and all over the United States of America and other places around the world. You know who we are. I see you like our stuff on Facebook. So, tonight, just like every other young tag team around, wants to make a name on the traveled Hooligans. We don't hand them out. You earn them.
Scary looking guys.
From Brutalsville, USA, it's Mason and Devin, the Hooligans.
Our main event will feature some tag team action as we've seen some of the best of the Mid-Atlantic heated up over the last few weeks here on America's Most Like Wrestling. As you see, Devin and Mason Cutter making their way out here, ready to make their America's Most Like Wrestling debut. They are known as the Hooligans, and their opponents this week, who we have seen before, John and Trey Williams, the Washington Bullets, join the likes of the United States Tag Team Champions, the Heat Seekers, the Bravado Brothers, plus many, many more great tag teams to come through the Mid-Atlantic here at AML Wrestling, traveling in the footsteps of the Horsemen, the Rock and Roll Express, the Midnight Express, the Road Warriors.
The High Flyers from our nation's capital in a total combined weight of 415 pounds. It's Trey and John, the Washington Bullets.
Comes John and Trey Williams, the Washington Bullets. John with the t-shirt, Trey on the right without the t-shirt and that chest tattoo. These men have made an impact thus far here at AML, knocking off North Carolina's own Harlem and Lancelot, the Bravado Brothers, before being upended by Elliott Russell and Sigmund, the NWA United States Tag Team Champions, also known as the Heat Seekers, a few weeks ago here on the CW Triad 20.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee for this contest from Fayetteville, North Carolina, James Hunter.
The Washington Bullets and the Hooligans set to do battle this week on AML Wrestling Live. These two kind of feeling each other out right now, standing around, understanding, top contender at stake here in not only the Mid-Atlantic region, but for America's Most Like Wrestling. These teams want to continue to be featured each and every week right here on AML Wrestling Live on the CW Triad 20 at 12:30 p.m. throughout the Carolinas. Bell sounds, this one's underway. Main event time once again, folks. As I'm Blake Chadwick, I'll be calling the action for you all afternoon long. As it looks like Trey Williams here trying to get into the psyche of the Hooligans. Hooligans, two very large individuals, again, making their AML Wrestling debut. They're brawlers with a high-flying ability not normally seen by men of their stature. They are 9-year pros trained by the legendary Mr. Hughes, who makes his name known in that southeast region in Atlanta, Georgia. As we're going to see a collar and elbow tie-up to start here. Trey Williams back into the corner. They've also wrestled throughout the Mid-South for IWA, feuding with Axel and Ian the Rottens, the Necro Butcher, Masada, plus other hardcore legends, and appear extensively in Juggalo Championship Wrestling and travel all throughout the United States. But I'll tell you what, folks, this could be an interesting test just based on the fact that you're looking at a contrast in styles that we're not used to seeing here. So some jawing to start here. Once again, there's a go-behind by Williams on Cutter. As the Hooligans and the Bullets, a couple of brother tandems again. We've seen the Bravado Brothers. We know about the Heat Seekers. The Rock and Roll Express also plies their trade there. As you see a little quickness there by Trey Williams to hold on to that side headlock. And he's going to tag in his brother John. And the Washington Bullets showing those vintage double teams off early on. Full arm dragon twist. And a nice job here by the Bullets of cutting the ring in half. Thus far here on the Hooligans. John Williams putting him in position and driving that knee right into the AC joint. Nice job. He's going to roll cutter over 1, 2. As you see, the partner tries to make the save as Devin and Mason Cutter again making their AML debut. Mason makes the tag into Devin. Devin's in now, and he's having a difficult time with Trey Williams. As Devin in a precarious spot once again. These men want to be a part of our next taping. AML returns here to Johnny and June's at the AML Arena as there's a double stomp right on the arm. John Williams has him. He's going to roll him over. 1, 2, and there's a near fall for Devin Cutter. But folks, once again, our next AML Wrestling Live event here at Johnny and June's in Winston-Salem, Sunday, May 24th. And there's a picture-perfect dropkick right in the kisser by John Williams. 1, 2, and another near fall there on Devin Cutter. But Sunday, May 24th, tickets starting as low as $8. Get them now at amlwrestling.com. We will crown the first ever AML Wrestling Champion. Yes, you heard that right, folks. A 4-way match to determine the first ever AML Wrestling Champion. As you see the vintage double teams here, as there's the kick right to the face by Trey Williams as John holds him in place. Lateral press, hooks the leg, 2. And the Hooligans were nearly knocked off in very short fashion in their AML Wrestling debut. But the Bullets, who are once again looking to get back on the winning track after getting screwed over a few weeks ago by the NWA United States Tag Team Champions, the Heat Seekers. As Trey Williams gets the tag back, or Trey gets the tag back into John.
We got tag room. We
Here comes Mason. And Mason Cutter, who's a little bit bigger than his brother, kicking him in the midsection, and he's going to take control here for the Hooligans. As you see right there, Devin Cutter helping out his brother in the corner. Nobody ever said the Hooligans wouldn't bend the rules a little bit if it goes their advantage. As there's a lateral press. 1, doesn't hook the leg. And John Williams is going to be able to kick out. But folks, once again, every Saturday afternoon, 12:30 p.m. right here on the CW Triad 20. Join us for America's Most Like Wrestling Live, the hottest professional wrestling action today in the Mid-Atlantic region. As you see there, Devin Cutter gets another near fall as the Hooligans have taken control here over the last couple of minutes. These hardcore, deceptively athletic brawlers as Mason is tagged back in, and the double headbutt sends John Williams crashing to the mat. 1, 2, and Mason gets a near fall.
Put your feet on. Hold me a chicken wing over here.
And you got to think tag team titles could be very soon on the horizon here as America's Most Like Wrestling continues to heat up. And there's the double team, the moonsault and the guillotine leg drop. As Devin drops down with the leg drop as Mason hits that moonsault. 1, 2. And he did it from a standing position. Trey Williams, sensing desperation, is going to make the save. But the Hooligans, very impressive thus far in their AML debut. He's got Trey in position. Sends him for a ride. Rather, John, Irish whip. And there's a seated splash right there. And adding insult to injury is Devin Cutter. And he puts him over now. Here comes Mason in as the Hooligans looking for some more double teams. Oh no, what is this going to be? And it's going to be an assisted moonsault. An assisted corkscrew right there as Mason lands on him too. And Trey Williams, once again sensing desperation, pulls him off and keeps the Bullets alive in this matchup. The fans here at Johnny and June's in Winston-Salem at the AML Arena certainly cannot believe what they're seeing. This athleticism on display by the Hooligans, not what they were expecting. But the Hooligans have defied odds wherever they've been, all throughout the United States as these two men here trading chops, John Williams and Mason Cutter. And Mason, with a rake to the eyes, is going to keep John at bay. And you see the Hooligans thinking they're showing off the smarts, and right now they certainly are. As Mason backs into the opposite corner, he's going to charge in, and a big forearm shiver right to the face of John Williams. And the second time's not going to be a charm. He's going to catch his boot, but there's an enziguri to the back of the head as John Williams takes him down. Mason quickly gets the tag into Devin. Devin can't get the elbow drop, and there's the tag into the fresh man. Here comes Trey Williams. The Washington Bullets starting to load up here. And there's a leg lariat. Beautifully done. Rides down Mason Cutter. Here comes Devin. Oh no. And Devin's going to dump Trey Williams right to the outside. But Trey's going to pop up very quickly. Here comes Devin Cutter off the ropes. Ducks underneath this Trey Williams. And a very innovative Mexican arm drag. A little lucha libre on display. There's a standing side kick. 1, 2, and 2.5. As Devin Cutter was nearly put down. All four men are in the ring. Katie barred the door. We've got a Pier Sixer this Saturday afternoon on AML Wrestling Live.
Raj Singh is coming to AML Wrestling. That's May 24th in Winston-Salem. See four men face off for the AML heavyweight title. Plus, Big Doc Gallows and the Bullet Babe Amber O'Neal.
Fans, don't miss AML Wrestling live right here at Johnny and June's in Winston-Salem. It's going to be on May 24th. You can go to amlwrestling.com, get your tickets right now, and be on television with us.
Sometimes my baby girl's in the bed when I get home. And that's the part of this that a lot of folks don't realize. The dealership is not just a family business. It's not just a legacy project. It's not just a way to make money. Of course, it is all those things. But more importantly for me, it's a passion. It's got my flair. We're not for everybody. Music's a little loud. The gong ceremony, it's a little over the top. The colors are a little bright. We tend to wear silly hats, high-fiving and dancing around. We have a good time. Some people don't like to buy cars in that atmosphere, and that's okay. We're not for everybody, but there's a lot of love in it. And I think you can feel that when you walk in the door.
The Emmy-nominated and Telly Award-winning Carmen, out now. Order the DVD today at thecarmenmovie.com.
AML fans, you can catch AML Wrestling anytime online. Just go to amlwrestling.com. Also, while you're there, make sure you pick up a few tickets to see us live right here in Winston-Salem.
Honesty, a value that seems lost in today's auto industry. At Beamer Tire and Auto Repair, we have built our reputation on providing honest and friendly service. With 2 ASE certified master technicians and industry-leading technology, the tire experts at Beamer are well equipped to service or repair any maker model on the road today. So, for all of your future automotive needs, be sure to stop by Beamer Tire and Auto Repair. We care because you can go anywhere.
And Mason Cutter now charges in with the big boot. Him and Devin, the Hooligans, looking to pick up a win in their AML debut. The Irish whip to Trey Williams into the corner. And the double team there as the double avalanche. Down goes Trey. Oh, what a great flying body attack there with that cannonball. Nicely done by Mason Cutter. 1, 2, and 2.5 as Devin goes for the pinfall. He can't get it. Back and forth action. What a main event this week on AML Wrestling Live. And you can certainly thank Frank Myers Automax and Beamer Tire and Auto Repair at BeamerTire.com. As you see right there, he goes low, does John Williams, or does Trey Williams rather. I'm sorry about that. These two get mixed up from time to time. There's Trey off the ropes. He gets in wheelbarrow position, but there's John with the enziguri. Trey into the pinning position. 1, 2, and a 2.5. And I thought the Bullets were about to be back on the winning track just like that. As John and Trey Williams going back and forth here with the Hooligans. As Mason is in high-risk territory now. Here comes Devin, and Devin's going to push off John Williams. Trey Williams drops down now. He's the legal man. He's off the ropes into wheelbarrow position one more time. But wait a minute, he's caught here, and there's a wheelbarrow-assisted DDT by the Hooligans. Here comes Devin Cutter, 1, 2, and Trey Williams gets saved by his brother John at about 2 3/4. There's Mason Cutter. He grabs John Williams now, picks him up, Falcon Arrow suplex, but then he gets kicked in the jaw by a super kick. Fast and furious here. The action is flying in Winston-Salem. Trey Williams goes for a Hurricane Rana, and he gets spiked down with a power bomb. There's a discus forearm by John, ducks underneath the clothesline, puts him in position, and a Uranagi right on the knee. But all 4 men are down here. As the referee in disbelief. Who's going to be able to get back up to their feet and get on the attack here and capitalize and finish off the opposite team on this week's AML Wrestling Live main event? We thought we were going to see a completely different matchup than last week when we saw the Tokyo Monster Cahagas and Damian Wayne in that street fight which went all over Johnny and June's. But we're starting to see some brawling here this week. They put him in position. The Hooligans are calling for it. Trey Williams is down. John Williams in a very precarious spot here. The Hooligans are taking their time. They're allowing John to get to their feet. Mason Cutter's pushed off the apron. Devin Cutter's down. He's kicked in the face. And there's a backstabber there by John Williams. And now Trey Williams with a jumping Cutter. Down goes Devin. 2, 3, and that's going to be a win for the Washington Bullets.
In a time of 11 minutes, 27 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the Washington Bullets.
The Washington Bullets have picked up another huge win on this week's main event of AML Wrestling Live. What a back and forth affair there. John and Trey Williams using their quickness and double teams to their advantage to finish things off. And now the Bullets, after celebrating in the ring here, they will be standing by with Chris Lee talking about this huge win.
John and Trey, once again, another great performance here at AML. You guys put on another great performance against the Hooligans. It seemed like it was pretty tough. Where are you guys headed next?
We're headed to the top. As all of you people can see, not only were we the best team tonight, but we're the best team going today, and we prove that every single night. Now, since the first second we stepped foot in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, you people have done nothing to show us love, and we appreciate that. And wow, here at AML, we will prove show after show after show after show that we are AML's tag team. After show after show after show after show.
It's hard to argue there's a more popular team in Winston-Salem at AML Wrestling.
We'll show everybody our job is to win, your job is to lose.
Let's give it up for the Washington Bullets, guys.
But the Washington Bullets look to stay atop the tag team mountain at AML Wrestling.
Ron Singh is coming to AML Wrestling. That's May 24th in Winston-Salem. See 4 men face off for the AML Heavyweight title. Plus, Big Doc Gallows and the Bullet Babe Amber O'Neal.
Fans, don't miss AML Wrestling live right here at Johnny and June's in Winston-Salem. It's going to be on May 24th. You can go to amlwrestling.com, get your tickets right now, and be on television with us.
All right, Tracy, let's go.
Let it go, let it go.
Cut.
Still going?
Try not to go so far that way.
Who?
Your head.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm doing the Steve.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, we're standing by.
Let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go.
Cut.
Oh my God.
You didn't turn back to her.
Turn backwards.
You didn't turn back to her.
We'll do it again. I was feeling the beatbox, man.
We're standing by. In 3, 2.
Let it go. Let it go.
Cut.
Do a little swing now.
Yeah.
Like that. All right. Stand by. In 3, 2.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Cut.
Trying to tune
My
it
little
up.
Ariana Grande.
Hey, do one of them.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
A lot of fans have been asking about the lineup for WrestleCade 2015. Well, folks, more than 100 stars are going to be there. Here's just a sample of who's been announced so far. Matt Hardy, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Mr. Anderson, Abdullah the Butcher, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Henry Godwin, Bob Holly, Kevin Sullivan, Shane Douglas, and Harley Race. Go to WrestleCade.com and see who else is coming to Winston-Salem and get your tickets before they sell out. Remember, that's November 28th, WrestleCade 2015.
Where are they going now? Oh no! Could we be possibly riding the bull? Wayne and Cahagas, and there's a scoop slam by Wayne. He's trying to perch himself up on top of the bull, but Cahagas trips him up. And Wayne gets crushed on top of that mechanical bull. He's got that trash can up, and Wayne's going to put on the brakes. Wayne, sensing desperation here, didn't want to get hit in the head with that trash can, and he's going to nail Cahagas right back with it. So Wayne utilizing it to his advantage here. And the Mid-Atlantic Badass is starting to fire back here on the Tokyo Monster. Cahagas is still down. Wayne goes back up. Can the second time be a charm? And Wayne nails the diving elbow drop.
All right, fans, we want to remind you about WrestleCade on November the 28th in Winston-Salem, North Carolina at the Benton Convention Center. Already announced Matt Hardy, The Godfather, Bobby Heenan, and Ken Anderson. It's going to be crazy. So make sure you log on to WrestleCade.com right now. Go ahead and reserve your tickets. It's going to sell out. It has the past 2 years. It definitely will this year. We'll see you there on November 28th.